Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons, Planescape Torment, the Enhanced Edition. When we last left off, we learned all we could from Ignus, and while he is a powerful mage and potentially a decent party member, he's also kind of a crazy man, and no one likes hanging around him. So we're going to reform party and say goodbye to Ignus. Sure you want to remove this character from your party? Yep.
I will wait for your return.
Sure. But now that we're there and we've got a whole 18 intelligence, we should be able to talk to
What
Dak'kon.
is your will?
Actually, nothing at the moment. I think what I have to do is use the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon. Let's see, 6th circle. 1 second. Okay, no, we're good. Just for some reason, it's not listing the 7th. Examine the rings of the 7 circles of Zerthimon. You suddenly become aware of a pattern in the way the links are formed. Hook your fingers in the size of the circle and unlock a hidden segment, pulling the plate forth so you can study it. Read symbols. Know that a mind divided divides the man. The will and the hand must be as one. In knowing the self, one becomes strong. Continue the circle. Know that if you know the course of action to be true in your heart, do not betray it because of path of hardship. Know that without suffering, the rising would never have been, and the people would never have come to know themselves. Continue. Know that there is nothing in all the worlds that can stand against unity, and when all know a single purpose, when all hands are guided by one will and act with the same intent, the planes themselves may be moved. A divided mind is one that does not know itself. When it is divided, it cleaves the body in two. When it has a single purpose, the body is strengthened. In knowing the self, grows strong. Examine it again. Show more. So we have the 8 circles of Zerthimon.
What is your will?
Things I would like to know, Dak'kon. I will hear them. Can I talk to you about your teachings? I have read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon. I wish to speak to you more about the ways of Zerthimon. What did you come to know? There was an 8th circle within the stone of Zerthimon. It spoke of division of the mind and the importance of focus. Khan falls silent. When he speaks again, his tone is quiet, almost reverent. What does this 8th circle speak of? Speaks of focus and discipline, about how not knowing oneself can physically divide the man. It also speaks of the weaknesses of division it causes. It seems to me that it tells one not only to know themselves and take strength from that, but that your focus can reveal the weaknesses in your enemy. Khan is silent for a moment. Will you make this circle known to me? Take the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon and unlock the 8th circle. Take the circle and twist the links. 2 more plates slide from the interior and into your hands. As with the 7th circle, you have no idea where they came from, but the Unbroken Circle seems intact, and the 8th circle remains. Dak'kon watches you silently. There are 2 plates here. We should both study them, you and I. I think when you know the 8th circle, perhaps then you will know Zerthimon's heart, and when he made the pronouncement of 2 skies, his words were not those of the Illithids, but of the people. Dak'kon stares at the plates, his eyes flickering over the geometries upon them. Looks upon, matches your gaze. His blade bends, shifts. Upon shimmering, you notice has become a silver glow. He seems stronger somehow. +1 strength, +2 dexterity, +2 constitution. Know that when death comes for you, know that I shall meet its blade with mine. Know that when all dies around you, know that I will live for your sake. When we die, Dak'kon, it shall be the same death. It shall be the pronouncement of 2 deaths as one.
Updated my journal.
Achievement unlocked. Closing the circle. Yay! Zerthimon's focus. Alright. Copy this spell. Copy this spell. Let's see where that thing ended up on my magic list. It would have been nice if it was a 5th level. Bridge, Infernal Ore, Power 1. Zerthimon's Focus. Command helps target remember Zerthimon's teaching and channel one's mental and physical focuses during battle. When cast, recipients' chance for a critical attack are raised for 5 seconds per level of the caster. That is useful. And you can't learn anything else. Also, okay, we're level 10. We need 100,000 more experience points. Then we'll finally reach Mage 11. And that Missile of Patience, that'll become very useful. From levels 1 to 6, it does 1 point of damage. From 7 to 11, it does 15. And after that, it becomes very, very useful. So, yay!
I'm gone.
Okay. Might be some more people we need to talk to here. I don't think I want to talk to Creedon. Don't need to talk with you.
I don't trust the Gith.
Streams of tears have carved channels down this man's dust-covered face. He looks to be a monk or a holy man of some sort. Dirt is covering his body, makes it impossible for the man beneath. He's chanting and rolling his head back and forth. Looks like he's some sort of ritual. Greetings. Man stops his frenzied chanting and glares at you with tear-rimmed eyes. He opens his parched mouth to speak, but all he can manage is withered croak. What's wrong? Why are you crying? His voice so hoarse that it trickles down without water for days. As you watch, a tear trickles down his face. I am a crier of Esamon. Esanon? Who's that?
Updated my journal.
Who's Esanon? Man throws back his head and gives a rasping laugh. Sounds brutal and defeated. Esamon is not a man, but a city. Why do you cry for a city? We cry its name because Esanon must not be forgotten. All the criers of Esanon carry this burden. More in a city, why do you do such a thing? Because its name is all that remains. Its avenues of light, its great spiraling parks, when it is laid waste and reduced to a memory. Only 70 of its people survive. It was our duty to see that its name remembered across the plains. Many criers of Esanon have died for the sake of remembering. Many. A place is you and the others at risk. Why don't you stop? The tears I shed, the dust that cloaks me, these things are nothing compared to what awaits should I give up my sacred burden. We must see to it that his name is remembered. We are living memorials to its passage. If that's so, what happens if you all die? Fresh tear springs from the crier's eye. Even his dust-caked face cannot disguise a look of despair. I do not know. We criers of Esanon cannot mourn it forever. Even now, the dust clings to our robes. The spit dries in our mouths, and our bodies wither and die. Any way I can help? You are kind to ask. Unless you can immortalize Esanon, there is no help to be had. Must it be immortalized by a man? Would a tombstone serve? Crier blinks. Tombstone? It's a stone that records a man's name, his life, and eulogy. It serves as if it serves a man, it could not serve a city for it that has died. Stones may do such a thing? Yes, and their lifetime is much longer than a man's. If its name was carved in stone, would Esanon's memory be served? Man pauses. Would others see its name? Yes, it would be there for all to see, long after you've died. Man nods. If such a thing was possible, turns to you. Where would I put in such a stone? I could go look for one. If I find one, I could see to what the Essenon's name is carved upon it. You would do this? Man's eyes water up again. You would be settling all criers of Essenon free, but a score of us remain. The burden of remembering would be over after so many years. I would do so and return when the name is carved.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Let's go pronounce the city dead.
Done.
Oh, here it is. See Death of Names, standing at the monument with the same crooked smile, his arms cradled outside. Greetings. Name. The way he speaks the word sounds like the tolling of a bell. I'd like to bury a name. Nods and then unfolds a small hand from where his cradle on his side. He looks atrophied, size of a child's hand. Cost Jink to bury a name. 3 coppers. 3. Essenon.
Updated my journal.
Coppers fall in the Death of Name's hand. He tucks his arm back to his side. His eyes, now suddenly alive, roll in the back of his head, then snap forward and begin scanning the monolith walls of the memorial area. His eyes catch sight of a spite on the wall and quickly scuttles over to it. Lud hunches down and begins to chip at the wall. Stops a few moments later, hops up and returns to you. Buried. Word has a finality about it that makes you uncomfortable. I'd like to bury another name. Dinanara. Buried. I had another name. Zachariah? Yeah, his eyes roll back of head. Points to the section of the wall. Buried. Examine the point is pointing at. Tiny cramped writing. Had another name. Doll? Not dead yet, that name is. Very well. Sorry to disturb you.
Oh, I grew up here. Not a pleasant childhood, mind you.
Not pleasant, but I'm sure it was relatively... Okay, not great. Let's head back here and tell the crier our task is done. I have seen to it that Essenon's name has been remembered. It lies carved in the black stone monument outside the mortuary.
Updated my journal.
Suddenly there's a brief whisper to the air. The man's eyes dry. One of the tears that rolls down his cheek simply vanishes. Then Essenon is served. I shall tell my fellow criers of the stone you have described. You have my gratitude. It was nothing. Farewell. I hope you and your brothers spend the rest of your days peacefully. Yeah, we could have demanded money, but it was like 3 copper. See if there's anything else around here. 1 second. Okay.
I'm gone.
I think we're okay for now. Well, let's head to the clerk's ward again.
I'm gone.
Let's see here. This is the brothel. Definitely want to go there, but thin, sharp-faced man rushes toward you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but I'm on your time. Would you perchance here to visit the tailor? I would. Man breaks in. I asked, sir, because it seemed to have offended the man. He commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume. Now he's throwing me out of his shop and won't speak to me now. So what? Man suddenly balls his fist and shakes it in the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is duty to serve me, the churlish buffoon. What do you want from me? Oh, yes, you. Can I beg you to enter the place and fetch me my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and I'm not the time to commission another tailor. Why don't you put it yourself? Poor sign lout, I've somehow offended the pump-filled jackanape. He's forbidden me down to his court and refuses to have words with me, imagine. I'll get it.
Updated
Sure.
my journal.
Oh, most excellent, sir. This is the very building right here. Points to the long, low structure north of. Thank you, sir. Farewell. Okay. Bunch of citizens. I think I'm going to drop another save here. Short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be stunned from glittering gold. In his hands, he holds a bottle of cloth strung across a wooden flame. He's currently embroidering some pattern in the fabric. Greetings. Man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work his embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he sews, shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of his needles. Good sir, did you hear me? Man does not look up from his work, frowning to say please. Yes, yes, I'm certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you could be silent for just a moment. Wait quietly. Lad sets down his embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works, it looks to be tiny colored specks drip from the fabric. Oh, wait some more. Finally finished work, settling down and examining. Greetings, I'm Gonclaves. Now, what were you here to see me about? I had questions. Hope this is about garments and like. I shouldn't answer anything not concerning myself or the store, you know. What were those lights while you were embroidering? That? Nothing, sir. Just a bit of the art. I wish in times to weave in the fabric and the fancy strikes me. Those items I lavish enchantments upon my most special creations are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? Gonclaves looks over you frowning. Nothing that'd fit you, that's for certain. I'd like to see what you have to offer just the same. Yes. Jerking of the brazen robe. Anna's clothing. Armor class 4. Dak'kon +1. Flitting shadow. Not bad. And needle and thread. Yeah. I would, but.
Not this time.
Not good.
Done.
Greetings. Greetings. Hear me. Wait quietly. Wait some more. Add questions. I'll pick up a dustman costume. You're in luck, sir. I happen to have one available. Costs 30 copper commons. I'll take it. Gonclaves takes a set of neatly folded robes from under a counter. Here you are, sir. Should warn you, though, this is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Erd. Many folks are already attending as dustmen. Keep that in mind. Farewell. We will definitely want to get some 4-finger or 5-finger discounts from here later. Well, did you get the costume from Gonclaves? Yes, here it is. It cost me 30 commons.
Updated my journal.
Fine, take it. Here, toss you 30 copper commons. Now I've got to be off. Wait, Gonclave said many people are already going to this masquerade as dustmen. Did he? Blast! Hate to arrive in such a common costume. I could go see if he has another ready. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Quickly, see if that portly nincompoop has another, would you? I'll return with another costume.
My journal.
Teachings of Zerthimon, I have become stronger.
Nice. Spell memorization abilities have increased. 2 hit points. Nice. No more first level. I really wish there was. do another ice knife. See how well this goes. You come again, sir. Good. What can I help you with? Had questions. Hope this is about garments and like. I want to pick up another different costume. Doesn't seem a bit too common after all. What just happens, I have a full Godsman costume. If you'd like, she'll cost you only 50 coppers. I'll take it. Conclave receives a set of folded clothes and a heavy leather apron from work boots from the counter. Here you are, sir. Enjoy the masquerade. Thanks. Farewell.
All right.
Okay, hopefully that'll solve this tiny little quest. Well, did you get the costume Conclaves? Here it is. Cost me 50 commons.
Updated my journal.
Makes a disgusted noise and snatches the costume from you and shoves 50 coins in your hand. Now I've got to be off. Farewell. Okay. Well, that's it from now. When we come back, well, it's starting to go through the Clerk's ward. Have a good one, folks.